Blessed rising soul family. Greetings, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. I greet you. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, this is Soul Family Oracle, and I deliver messages from the divine, from the depth of our soul, our ancestors. As always, listen with discernment, take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you're returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. This message I'm about to deliver today might be a bit triggering to somebody, so pardon me. I apologize to start. And I will continue by saying, this is the time for the spiritual warriors to stand up. This is the time for the spiritual warriors to stand up for the children, to stand up for our children. This is the time for us to speak words of protection and positivity into the lives of children all over the world, to send out protection to children all over the world, and to stand up against the powers that look to siphon the energy of these innocent children. Today's message says, protect the children. Protect the children because they have been under attack for a long time. It is part of your mission for some of you and for a very specific group. This message is part of your purpose. It is your mission to protect the children because unlike us, they don't fully understand the extent to which they can use their willpower. And so that power to willingly use their mind to change things and to manifest specific things into being, like protection, shielding, positive energy and positive people, is not consciously there. 222 on my timer. It is time to bring balance to the scales of what is being done to the children. This message has sat on my heart for a while now, and it's been very heavy for me because it's a very heavy message that is a very to speak fully on this message, I would have to do multiple videos to be able to go in depth into the various factors and the various factions that are involved in what is happening around the world to our innocent children. We need to protect the children because all over the world, children are being used as an instrument to feed the dark lords. Children are being used as a product, as a commodity that suits entities of darkness. Children are being fed on by dark entities. 333 on my timer. Spirits, yes. I'm getting now also bad spirits, evil spirits. Children are being fed on by spirits that have been conjured, spirits that have been opened up into this world by other people, by people in high position, by people who choose to use blood to gain their wealth, their status. All over the world, children are under attack because children have the purest energy. Children have the purest energy, undiluted, innocent. This energy is sought after by darkness, darkness that dwells in a higher place. This attack on children and siphoning of children's energy by other human beings on this planet is an attack that was orchestrated by entities, dark entities in higher places. Glorious Archangel Michael, come through. 0505 on the timer. I am protected. Yes, 100%. I thought I was going to do a prayer to call in protection, but I did that already in the beginning, and then I just heard the sharp voice go, you are protected. 100%. We are protected in this quest to protect the children of the world. Like I was saying, This attack was orchestrated by higher dark entities in higher places who have empowered human beings on planet Earth to rule planet Earth, to gain riches beyond measure, to gain status and power. And in return, it asks to be fed energy. It asks to be fed negative energy. These higher entities execute their plans through other entities and lower entities that come all the way down to smaller demons that roam Earth. These are the people that have been appointed as the governors of the various things that bring about negative energy. Under these different things, they have different factions. Some faction handle specific people. Some factions handle specific energies. Example, some factions handle energies of pain. Some handle energies of of anger. Some handle energies of jealousy and envy. Some handle energies of hatred. And under these factions, they appoint agents on planet Earth to carry out the bidding that is needed to pile up this energy to feed back to that higher entities, those higher entities that crave darker energy and negative energy. And why do they crave this negative energy? If you're wondering why do they sit in such a higher place, because these energies are beyond our world. They are beyond our planet. This this is a bigger energy in the cosmos that is part of the original source of the creation of the universe that has over eons given birth to all these different planets, including ours. And this battle or this quest to accumulate negative energy is a battle that has gone on for eons and eons and eons. Past this earth, I'm talking light years from here. And this battle has gone on between these dark entities and other beings of light who also dwell in higher places beyond our planet. What is being done to the children is a juncture of a bigger plan to accumulate as much negative energy from planet Earth as possible in order to feed their power. Because the more negative energy grows on planet Earth, the more conducive and convenient it becomes for negative energies and darker energies to dwell here amongst us, doing whatever they want. Like, for instance, possessing people, taking over people's bodies and living as human beings in other people's bodies, causing chaos, influencing or like empowering people's negative energies and negative emotions. Same way there are a lot of different spirits. That's not something I'm even going to get into right now. There are a lot of different spirits that roam the earth. Amongst these spirits are spirits that are evil and dark, and there are spirits that are of light and seek to protect the world and to help humans. And there's another big chunk that is almost like, kind of like, I don't want to say oblivious, but for lack of a better word, almost like, not really like in between, but are spirits that are really not loyal to a side. All over the world, there are horrible things being done to children by people that do these things as a form of entertainment for some. as a way of distressing for some, 111 on my timer, as a sport for some. But you 1111 on my timer. But what makes them do these things? What makes them do these dark, twisted, evil things? I'm restraining myself from speaking fully with the words I want to use from the things that are on my heart and my mind right now, because I feel sometimes when I think of these things, I sit down and I cry for a while. Sometimes I get quite stressed out for a few days. It weighs on my heart and my mind heavily. When we look at the world and we look at the people that are supposed to be the powers at play, the people that are supposed to be the leaders, and we really look at the sources of their power for some of them, when we look at the group that some of us call the elite or 1212 on my timer, when you look at this group and some of the things that they practice as a way of life, as a way of empowering themselves, as a way of keeping their connection and their bond and strengthening their bond to the darker entities that provide them with their wealth. These entities promise them a life of luxury, of wealth, a life where they can have anything they want. That is why they are considered the elite, because they are in such positions where they can do anything they want. They have a big advantage over the rest of the people in the world. They have access to certain information that the rest of the world doesn't. Information that they use in negative ways. They have connections and access to people and things that the rest of the world doesn't. And they use these things to exploit and harm others. And in this specific case, children. You'd think, why do they do all the things that they do in the world, like instigate war, instigate famine, instigate poverty, modern day slavery, instigate abuse, instigate homelessness and broken homes? Why do they do all these things and then still try to do more damage or evil by attacking the innocent children? It's because they are under the influence of these energies from these entities that have been put on this earth as handlers to pick out and manage agents that will help them to spread the seed of darkness, to breed more negativity on this planet, to feed back to their lords of darkness. This is just one part or one aspect. 1505 on my timer, this is just one aspect of the things they're doing in order to try to try and win the war to rule the universe or the world, to be the main, basically to rule the universe. Thank you, Spirit. Children are going missing all over the world. Children are being kidnapped all over the world. And it hurts to say, but children are being killed all over the world. Children are being enslaved. Children are being antagonized by some sick people. When you check out the rate at which children are going missing, when you look at the rate at which the youth is going missing, aside the different things that are done to pollute children, the different things that are done to corrupt their mind, the different things that are done to steal their intelligence and to break their connection with spirit from birth, some of these people go ahead to do even more sinister things to harness the pure energy of children, which can only be pulled when these children are being antagonized. Spiritual warriors, it is time for the group of people that this message is for. Confirmation for you would be that you have the urge to work with children, to help children, maybe to build the children's foundation, to help underprivileged children, to teach children skills, to teach children a trade, to help homeless children, to help children from broken homes. I'm hearing for someone, you have a dream to restructure the adoption system, to restructure the child foster care system. Spirit is saying this is something that is going to be not just for you, but for a whole lot of people. The child care system has been rigged by these people, created loopholes where children go through and don't return and become untraceable. Some of these people pose as adoption foundations, child adoption foundations. Some of these people pose as child homes, children homes, and foster care homes. Some of these people pose as stress relief groups. There has been specific theories that have been proven to not be just theories of how the elite has puppets that target children, not just to hold them in a way that's like, oh, we're going to use the children against the adult and set policies that, because they've already done those things. They have different people that do those things. The different things that they do, like for instance, certain systems in the medical medical institutions that require parents to allow certain things to be done to their children, or for their children to take certain shots that require for children to be injected with certain substances that are supposedly good for them, when we have a track record of children that have had severe side effects from some of these things, and some adults who have had side effects from these things that was injected into them when they were children. In Africa, several experiments have been done in small villages all over the continent with these experimental drugs that have killed so many children that nobody speaks about, because a lot of these things have been buried. Evidences wiped, whistleblowers killed. The war against planet Earth, Mother Gaia, and the humanity of this earth is not of flesh and blood. These are wars that are being waged by higher principalities and entities in higher places. But one thing that they do not have, that we have as an advantage against them, is light. And wherever there is darkness, light prevails. This is why they try to get as many puppets to string as possible on this planet to be the agents of darkness. Just like how we are the agents of light that do the light work, they have their agents of darkness that do the dark work. The light that we carry, down from the youngest child to the oldest adult, can command, heal, create, break, restore, and revive anything in this universe. Anything in this universe. And the power that we have as spiritual warriors to fight against these principalities of darkness that attack the children, to siphon their pure energy in dark ways that make it fuel for them. Because right now, not only have the portals and the cosmic energies aligned for their downfall, but our cosmic avatars have been activated. We have been unlocked as the agent of light of planet Earth. The work that will be done, I'm hearing, will go on for over 500 years in order to fully purge. But we need the children of this generation to grow into the next generation knowing the things that the divine has imparted on us, knowing that they have a mighty divine force of adults, of fathers, of mothers, of sisters, uncles, and aunties that are spiritually fierce, strong, divine, that protects them, that pray for them, that watch over them spiritually. For our nurturers and our healers, you are needing to impart your knowledge on these children. You're needing to teach the children how to heal with the herbs, how to make medicine with the herbs. You are needing to teach the children what energy is, how to use their energy, how to command protecting light, how to command angelic warriors, how to command protective force. Our teachers, you are needing to teach these children how to understand themselves, how to understand who they truly are at the core, how to identify and pursue their purpose, how to create illustrious businesses and establishment with and through their purposes, how to remove the conditioning that they only can survive or they will only be successful if they go through a traditional or conventional educational system. I'm hearing homeschooling, so a lot of us are being called to homeschool our children. I'm hearing you, for somebody, that's confirmation for you will be that you have been thinking of homeschooling your children. I've personally been thinking of homeschooling my children. We need to protect the children. There's a lot of things that when I envision or just trying to hold that vision or that image, it's just too horrible, too heartbreaking, too unfortunate, painful to just, the things being done to children is a systematic effort to raise the level of negative energy on this planet. And that is why people of the dark forces, agents of darkness, have been placed in higher positions, in leadership roles where they are supposed to be teaching children, in order for them to take advantage of these children, rather, to siphon their energy for the darkness. And the divine is saying, spiritual warriors, stand up. It is time to remove these people from that leadership role. And I'm hearing Spirit is saying, I am removing them from these positions. And this, I want to see a dream that I had. I don't remember I can't really remember the beginning of this reading, but I think I had intention of starting the reading with this dream. I don't remember how, but So I had a dream where it's like in the community I was in, there was an elderly man and he died, but it was like he was gunned down. It's like he was murdered in a park or something where children play or something of the sort. And in the dream, from that scene, it's like I was walking somewhere. I think I was with somebody, I can't remember. And it's like I passed the park where he died, and it was like a basketball. Sorry, yeah, there was a specifically like a basketball court on the park where the incident happened, where he was killed. And as I passed there, it's like I just stopped because it's like I remembered, and it was like unfortunate and painful. And then as I moved a bit further, I saw him sitting, his spirit sitting on a bench. And he looked so peaceful and kind of like had a smile on the face. It was like he was inviting me to sit down. And it's like I sat down with him. Yes, and the person I was walking with went, walked away, almost like he wanted to give us space to talk. And he sat with me, and it felt like he spoke with me for a long time. But after the dream, I couldn't really remember what he told me. So anyway, in the dream, he spoke to me for a while, and he was telling me a lot of things. And after I got up and I left, and I went to this place that looked like a school. And it was like that was the school that this old man used to teach at. It was like he was very loved by the community because he used to teach the children. And he had been like a teacher to the children for a long time. A lot of the adults knew him also. He had been taught by them from when they were young. That was the energy. So it's like I got to this institution and it was like a school. And I could hear a woman talking loudly, like she was almost like she was furious or she was like frustrated, and she was talking. So I went to where the voice was coming from, and then there was the woman, and she had a young girl with her, and the young girl seemed like her daughter. And she was going on about how the teacher is not there. She was like, "Where's the teacher? I brought her to come and learn, and he's not here." And there was another teacher, a male teacher, standing in front of her trying to calm her down. So I just got there, watched the scenario, and I said, "He's dead. The teacher is dead. And when we have a new teacher, we will let you know." So as I said that, she calmed down. And the other teacher, the masculine teacher that was standing there, looked at me and said, "Well, now that you have told her that you're going to have to take his place and teach the children, you are going to have to take his place and teach the children." So for some of you, I'm hearing you had a role model, 3030 on my timer. Thank you, Spirit. 333 here. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is very much present. For some of you, you had a role model or somebody that was like a teacher, not necessarily like a father figure. This person was like a father figure, but it's not necessarily your real father or actual father. I'm hearing uncle, and I'm hearing teacher or professor, lecturer, something like that. This person was somebody that maybe was not like exactly like a father, but he was a father figure that you looked up to. And this person helped kids or taught kids or was a teacher somehow. Maybe even a professor in a college. 3113 on my timer. That's 4 yeah. And then this person, yeah, security and stability. This person was somebody that had a vision to help the youth establish security within themselves, help them to love themselves more, get to know themselves, empower themselves. 3131 333 now also on my timer. Spirit is very much present. And it's feeling like right now I'm getting there's a lot of us. It's like there's a lot of different people that have passed on, that are handing the role of catering to the children to us. And this energy also feels like it's almost like some of them is like it's feeling like they feel like they could have done a bit more, or they feel like, oh, okay, thank you, Spirit. So it's like there's another group of this collective that feel like they failed the youth, or that they failed their young ones or their generation. They feel like they weren't there for them enough, or they didn't teach them enough, or they didn't put enough effort into being there for them or giving them the right values to help them grow into divine feminine and masculine, or to help them go into just like really mentally secure and, abundant, innately abundant individuals. And it's like, yeah, it's almost like they feel the need to reach out to somebody to cater for this generation they've left behind. And I'm hearing this generation also, as in this specific generation that we are living with, also like this generation. that are here right now need a lot of guidance also, because there's a lot of miseducation, misdirection, and the intentional corruption of their minds and their visions and their beliefs. A lot of things have been done by these powers, corrupt leaders that are operating under darkness to alter the original state of these children, their mindset, their way of thinking. 3333 on my timer, their way of understanding, their way of living. Collective, I'll leave this message here. I'm so grateful to be a vessel to carry these messages. To the spiritual warriors amongst us, there's a lot of things that we can do to protect the children from afar, wherever you are, saying just a little prayer or adding a small section to your prayer, your daily prayer, for children all over the world, for their protection, for their release. Children are stuck in child trafficking, sex trafficking. Let's send out protection. Let's invoke the angels and the spirit warriors, the warriors of light. Let's invoke the goddesses and the gods that protect children. Send them out to every corner of the world to break free and release children that are stuck in these forms of slavery and forms of modern day slavery. 3444 on my timer. Yes, exactly, 444. We can bring security back to children. I feel called to say that this is a mission for all of us, even if you don't feel like a spiritual warrior. Say a little prayer for the children all over the world. And as you do so, I pray that the universe continues to bless you. Have a blessed day.